next up, we have Scott Kelly, and he's one of our land agents here at People's Company. And he'll be talking about lots, builder permit numbers, and then information on our new developments that we are marketing. So here's Scott Kelly.
Yeah, I'm Scott Kelly. Thanks, Kaylin. We've been hosting this for about 6 years now. I've been doing it for about 3 or 4. And for those of you that have been attending, we've been given an inventory of the available lots in the metro broken down by community. It was pretty easy to do this in 2008 through 2011 just because there were relatively few, if any, new plats coming online. But starting in 2011, we saw the activity begin to pick up. There were about 30 plats that came online, and that's when it became difficult to give an accurate lot count. It was difficult for a few reasons. It was hard to determine where the developers were at in the actual development process, which lots had already sold, pre-sold, which were still available, and maybe if a developer was keeping lots for themselves to build on. For example, in 2012, there were new plats that went into the ground that completely sold out, and there were multifamily projects that were actually replatted into single family, which just further complicated the process. So this year, rather than giving our traditional inventory of available lots broken down by community, we thought we would share last year's lot inventory and compare it to the activity that has happened in 2012. So I've gone through each community and noted the number of lots available last year at this time, the number of building permits pulled in 2012, thanks to Creighton, contacted each community for the number of final plats that were approved in 2012 and the number of lots in each of those plats. And then we also went on the MLS and found the number of new construction homes that were sold in 2012. I'm going to run through each community in alphabetical order, just give you a quick summary. You have a packet in front of you that reflects the numbers on the screen. Looks like this, if you want to look at it. It's a bunch of, and I'll just point out a few notables, and you guys can look over the numbers while we're doing that. Just starting with Adele. Maybe, there it goes. Starting with Adele, Adele had 64 lots available in March 2012, so a year ago. 28 permits were pulled last year. Didn't have any new plats, so there weren't any lots developed, and there were 13 new construction homes sold in 2012. Adele passed an aggressive tax abatement program, which has increased its desirability. Moving on to Altoona. Altoona is a community where there's plenty of inventory, but there's still some healthy activity there going on. Didn't have too much activity as far as new development, but did get some new constructions home in there, and permits were pulled fairly high. Ankeny continues to dominate the new construction market, as I'm sure most of you are aware. They have affordable lots. They have the ability to annex and extend their corporate boundary, which will allow them to continue to create affordable lots. And they also benefit from the lack of availability of lots in Ames. A lot of people are commuting back and forth. 32% of all the sales in Ankeny last year were from new construction. So just an interesting stat. Bondurant, they have a tax abatement program in place. They are also a USDA rural development community. It's a great example of a smaller community with the new construction activity. 44% of all sales last year in Bondurant were from new construction. So these numbers indicate that Bondurant would be a good place for some more development. Carlisle appears as though there may be a lot shortage. Last year we were showing 12 lots available, and then new construction this year there were 11. We may have missed one final plat. I think Hubble put in a plat in Danamere Farms, so that should help inventory levels there. Clive's a great example of a community where the lot shortage was recognized last year. The market was strong, developers reacted, and now inventory levels have been replenished. So Des Moines has a tax abatement program, but It's almost the opposite of many other communities where Des Moines only saw 2% of all sales were new construction, compared with the industry or the metro-wide average of 18% is usually new construction, like Kaylin was talking about. Granger's numbers are relatively low. There were 66 lots available and only 9 sold, and they didn't really have any development activity. It's similar to a lot of the smaller communities around the metro, but it doesn't have a tax abatement program, so this might be a reason why there is such little activity. Grimes is considered to be one of the most affordable western suburbs. Also a community where new construction was a large part of the market, as 48% of sales in Grimes last year were new construction. Indianola is more just of an unproven market since the market has turned. Not many specs have been built down there, which kind of begs the question of whether or not the market would absorb the inventory had there been available homes. Builders just haven't shown much of an interest. It could be an opportunity for somebody to step into this market. So Johnston is relatively steady numbers. Market reflects that. Higher end lots, been some good activity, but there is the perception that Johnston is kind of challenging to develop. So Norwalk's showing some steady demand similar to Grimes, an affordable community that's close to downtown and West Des Moines. We believe demand will increase in Norwalk moving forward. Pleasant Hill is running at a steady amount of inventory, and it has plenty of availability. It's got 154 lots available last year. Plat went in with 33 lots developed and then 34 permits pulled, so it's kind of just staying on that status quo. Polk City, it's an example kind of similar to Clive last year. In our mind, Polk City has kind of arrived as a viable option for development. There are a few developments up there that have some lots still available, but it's seen some good activity in recent years, and we expect this to continue. I just keep moving back and forth on this. Urbandale is a hot market right now. As Kaylin alluded to earlier, it's number 2 behind Ankeny in new construction, so Urbandale's doing really well. Van Meter didn't see much activity. Inventory remains high and development's limited, obviously, but it's kind of similar to Indianola, as nobody's really jumped into that market and built some spec homes for a while, so we think there might be an opportunity there. Waukee, out of all the 18 communities that we're tracking, Waukee kind of appears to have the largest relative lot shortage moving into the 2013 building season, just compared with previous year's activity. You guys know it's been kind of a hot market, and there's just not, it looks like every time they develop a lot, you sell a lot. So there's definitely room for some more lots in Waukee. And then West Des Moines, Woodland Hills or Michael's Landing, that came back online last year, which definitely helped inventory levels. But West Des Moines and Ankeny, they continue to see unlimited demand and interest at pretty much any price point. So they're both going to continue to see development. The metro-wide statistics here, just total lots last year were 2536, permits pulled 1837. Final plats, there were 59. There were 1,283 lots developed, and then there were 1,192 new construction homes sold. So just a few things to note. Not every permit pulled translates into a home built. There continues to be an abundance of lots in certain communities at certain price points, but most of the communities have turned the corner and we now have sellers market for lots. Last year, we predicted the pace of development to increase a little bit in order to keep up with demand for the new construction market. We were saying that there would be approximately 50 new 20-lot plats per year to keep up with demand that we had averaged over the last 5 years. And according to each community that's metro-wide, we saw 59 new plats this year, and on average, they had about 22 lots per plat. So we were spot on. We've been hearing rumors around town that things are getting overdeveloped, and but there's, according to the numbers, just looking at the numbers, it's 1,283 lots were developed last year, and 1,192 homes, new construction homes, were sold. So based on those numbers, I think we're developing right at the right pace, and I think it will continue into 2013. So we've kind of been following our own advice and have been identifying opportunities to help bring new projects to the market. One of the things we wanted to do today was to introduce you to some of the projects that People's Company will be marketing in 2013 and 2014. In front of you should have a flyer of every existing development that People's Company is currently marketing. I think that's a blue one. And then there's also a diligent development flyer with some current and upcoming projects. I'm going to run through the diligent development flyer here quickly and just give you some bullet points of the developments in there. Maybe. Yeah, so starting with the Grove in Ankeny. Plat 1 had 29 lots. When it first came online, there are currently 14 lots left, 65 and 75-foot frontages. It's located just north of Cherry Glen Estates. Most of you are aware of that, in Ankeny on the northwest side. Ankeny schools, and then the lots are starting at 44.5, and then Plat 2 should be available this fall, and that'll have roughly the same number of lots, 29 or 30. So Stone Prairie is in Waukee. This is Plat 2 and Plat 3. Plat 2 has 12 lots, Plat 3, 22 lots. Plat 1 is completely sold out now. So that's right there just directly west of the existing middle school on L.A. Grant. And all the dirt work's done out there, so streets should be in as soon as the snow thaws, and it should be around May 2013, early spring, so or late spring. Lots out there are at 48.5. Orchard Trail in Norwalk. This is Plat 3 in Orchard Trail. It's kind of on the southwest corner of town, off of 28 just a little bit. Started with 30 lots. We have 27 left. It's Norwalk Schools. Walkout, wooded, treed lots on a cul-de-sac. Can't get much better. And they start at 49.9. Kennybrook Estates is in Grimes. There's 151 proposed lots in Phase 1, possibly available in fall 2013. That's a maybe date. We're not sure if that's going to happen yet. Dallas Center Grimes School District. Lots are starting at 51,000 or thereabout. Right now we're working through the development agreement with the City of Grimes currently to get the first plat opened up, so hopefully we'll have those lots available this fall. Shadow Creek is another one where we're working with the City of Clive. 167 lots proposed. That's for the entire development. That is west of Alice's Road on Meredith. And if the stars align, then lots could possibly be available in the spring of 2014. So, last but not least, Blue Stem in Waukee. This is basically directly southeast of the Stone Prairie development and directly south of the middle school there. The first phase will have 15 lots, and then the total of the whole development will have 86 proposed lots, and the prices are yet to be determined. So that's what we got going on. Just some closing remarks here. Just wanted to say that we appreciate everybody coming out today. If we can be a resource to you at any point in the future, don't hesitate to give us a shout. And that's it. Thank you.